So here now we want to create a skip logic. So I want a scenario where when you click southwest, only division of southwest will appear here, and when you click northwest, only division of northwest will appear here. It means that when somebody opens this form, these two items will not be appearing until you click northwest before division of northwest appear, or until you click southwest. So let's go back to our form and do that. I'll now come to the questions, and let me just show you something for emphasis, like we said earlier. If I want to create a skip logic for division of northwest and southwest, then the question that will be controlling that skip logic must appear before those questions that skip logic will be applied. Since I want region to be selected before divisions are appearing, then region needs to appear first, because when I enter this question to apply this skip logic, this question has to be appearing ahead of this other question. Take note of that. We'll do other examples. So I first of all make sure that my region first of all appear, and then I give an option of select one, northwest and southwest. Then I now said, okay, I want this division of southwest to only appear when somebody selects a southwest region. I'll come to this question of division of southwest, and I click settings, and then I go to skip logic, and I go to add condition. The moment I click, you see that the questions that appear first is the region, right? And I click, because that is a question I want to apply skip logic from. I'll come now, since I am inside the question that says division of southwest, I'm going to say when you go to region, please, when you answer southwest, that is when this division of southwest will appear. Remember that we have the other option which we are going to apply to northwest. Once I do this, you see that my save has this star. I save. Now I come to division of northwest. I go to the setting option here, and then I go to skip logic, and then I say add condition, and then I click. You see that I keep going down, and then it shows that I had already bypassed the other division of southwest. I am now under division of northwest. So this question is showing me, it's already revealing this portal is already is showing me this question. That means that as you go down to apply skip logic, all the questions that are ahead of that question will be showing up here. So you go and choose the specific question that you want to apply skip logic from. So I want to apply skip logic from region. I'll click region, and then I'll come here and I select, instead of selecting southwest, I'll select northwest. Now this is just for emphasis and for teaching, right? It could be other items that you want to apply skip logic, so don't cram this process. So here now, since I want this question that says division of northwest to be appearing only when they select northwest, I'll now choose northwest. And there is this item here that you see here. I can say not or not equals to, or I say this question should not be equals to this. I can apply other conditions here. You see, was not answered or was answered. We'll be looking at this in other complex videos, okay? But today I just want us to go to the equals to, and we select northwest. So we have said that only when you select northwest, that is when you select northwest under this region, that is when this question will appear. And I'll click my star, and then I save. Now when I preview here, you would see that the northwest division and southwest division are no more appearing here until I select my northwest under this region. That is when division of southwest appear, and when I select northwest, that is when division of northwest appears. So this is very important for emphasis. For those of you who are just coming today, we will still go again and create our groups. We said creating groups here is simple. Just hover around with your mouse here, and then it turns to this small white cross, and then you click, put down your control button, select, you push up there, select, you push up, select. You see that once I select, it shows that blue line around the columns. These are columns, right? It shows that blue line. And after I have selected, I will now free my control button. Everything shows selected, and I'll come under this small sign here, and I click, it says create groups, and then automatically the group option appears here, and I say section 1, as we saw the last time. Now I can break this up and then it brings all those questions in one. You see? So all my questions now are in one. Now there is something that I want to show you again so far as groups are concerned. I want us to go to this next group here. I want to break this group down because it's a short group, and I show you something. You see that when I play around with my mouse, it shows me three options, three pluses, right? Three blue pluses. This one that is inside shows that I can add question inside this group. So let me add a question inside this group. I'll click here, and let's say I want to add image. I want people to be sending me their image, right? And I go to add question, and I go to photo. And I choose photo, and then remember that this save here turns to this. It shows a small star, shows that we have made the changes, and then I save. The moment I save, and then I preview, and I go now to that next group down there, group 2, you see that there is a question that was added image inside this group. This is a question I just added inside the group. Now, if I go back to my form here, and I choose this particular cross outside this group, and I choose, and then I add, let's say I add videos. I want people to be sending me their videos, right? And I go to this option, and then I select video here. It means that if somebody takes a small video in the field, they can upload and then will enter into my database. Now, if I preview this form, you would see that that question will appear out of the group. So if I come here now and I select this, I break my group down, break this other group down, you see that this video option is appearing out of this group. You see, this is the question here. Videos is appearing out of this group. So if I break this group, I bring it down, you see that this particular question is appearing out of that group. These are very important techniques to learn as you work with your Kobotoolbox. Any question thus far? Here, like we saw, our validation criteria is different from that of skip logic, because skip logic always relates between two or more questions, but validation criteria relates only with a question. For instance, if we come to this age of a child, and then I go to my setting here, and then I come, instead of coming to skip logic, and I come to validation criteria here, and then I choose add condition. You see that it shows me an area to enter an error message, and also gives me different question responses. So you have greater than or equals, you have less than or equals. I want us to go with these two. I'll now choose greater than or equals to. So I want this data to be greater than or equals to 18. It means that any child that is below 18 will not be captured in this data. Only children from 18 and above. Once I do this, I'll enter an error message. Please do it well. This is an error message, right? And then I'm going to save. When I save and I go to my preview form, then I go now to that question that says age. And then I want to find out how that question is faring. Now, if I come here and I put 17, it gives me 17, it gives me an error. You see, it says please do it well because of the error message I put. If I come here and I put 18, wow, it's making sense because we are going above. But there's a problem with this data. Someone can put 200 years and there'll be nothing, then nothing will happen. Someone can put 300 years or even 3,000, 30,000 years, which might create challenges when you are cleaning your data. So in order to solve this problem, I'll go back to that same question again and I add another condition. And then I say that now, since this one is equals to and greater than 18, it means it is starting from 18 and greater than. I want this one to be less than a particular number and coming down. Now, we want to be reaching out to adults from 58 years as well, according to this particular project. So we are saying that if someone who is 58 years put their data, the system should accept it. If someone who is below 58 years, right up to 18, put their data, the system should accept it. If someone who is 18 years, right above, reaching up to 58, the system should accept it. And then I'm going to click my save. If I preview this data, And then I now come to that particular question, which is age, right? And I put 58. You see that the data is making sense. If I put 59, it's a problem. It says, please do it well. Okay? And if I put 18, it's okay. Because the data is starting from 18 right up to 58. Okay? So this is a validation criteria that we have designed for this question. So it helps you to clean your data while you are collecting your data. We can add another condition and so on and so forth. So if you come to summary, it just gives you how many questions and tells you some brief history about your form. If I come to form here, one thing that is very important, that's why I'm teaching you this, is very, very important, is that always study this area here. Because if you use the wrong option, your forms will give you a lot of trouble. People will keep calling to the field, from the field, and complaining. So if I choose view only, it means that people cannot submit the data. They can only view my form. You might use this when you want to show people to just give you a recommendation. Just talk to you about how the form is, because you don't want data to start coming in immediately. You can do this to show people and tell them, okay, just tell me how my data is doing, what am I supposed to correct, etc. Another thing that we have seen here is that you can do online and offline, which I recommend, multiple submissions. It means that one person can submit as many times as possible, especially during data collection. Maybe you are doing your survey, right? Then this one now says online only, multiple submissions. It means if people don't have data, it will be difficult for them. This other one is online only but single submission. It means if somebody submits a form once, that person cannot submit again because the form is going to recognize the tool and the person that has the tool that submitted that form. This other one now is online only, one per respondent. Online only, single submission. Online only, one per respondent. The same, almost the same. This one now is embedded web form code. You see that the code appears here. So if you want to put this on your website, all you need to do is talk with your developer, talk with those who are managing your website. They know where to put this. Or you can even learn, just understand that page where you can copy this and paste, and then your form is previewed behind your website. So if you go to website and you see them asking you to submit for data, this is what they did. And when they are putting that data, it will be coming inside this Kobotoolbox. You can manage it from here. The next thing I want you to look at is Android. This is very important. This is what we are going to be looking at now, maybe tomorrow or in our next Kobotoolbox lesson. But I'm going to I really want to follow up to make sure that the day we are teaching this, we are going to take the whole day just to teach this. So you are going to be downloading the ODK app or the Kobo Collect app using the Android Play Store. So I can come here and click this particular link and send to you so that you can get the right app. So on that app, when you download the app, we are going to show you how to connect that app with your Kobotoolbox form. So all you need to do is have your username and password, and then have this particular link that you see, enter the URL. This particular URL that you see here is unique to this particular account. So once you take this URL, copy it on the space out that will be shown on that phone, and then you also put the username and password of this account to the space that will be shown to you in that app, in that phone. That is all. You will now connect the whole of my system into that app. Now you can go there and select whichever question that you want. What do I mean here? If I come here and I look at here, you see that I have multiple questions, right? If I come here to my projects, I have multiple projects here. So when you put the username and password and that link in that app, each time you click download, you will see all these questions that I've designed here, and any other question I design here, you will see that question. Now you will tell your respondent in the field that they should select a particular question that you have designed, maybe data for impact. They will select this. Once they select this, this is the data, this is the question that was the form that will specifically be putting question in. So always take note of that. The other areas that I want us to look at is your data. Your data is not on because we have not started putting data. So when you come to your data, you find tables. So here you find the tables when data start coming in. Here you find the report, the charts, graphs, and all that. You'll be seeing that being summarized. You can also copy that and send to a funder and send to somebody for analysis. That is very correct. You come here to gallery, you find your pictures, your videos, if they were coming in. Then downloads now is when you want to remove the data. So if there's a data, you just click export. And there are different ways that you can remove your data. You can decide to allow the labels. You can decide to just put your XML values and headers. This is also a computer language which you don't bother to bother your brain, but that is how your data will be coming in. And then now you can decide on which form you want to bring your data out. Is it in Excel? Is it in SCV file? We are going to be looking at what is Excel and what is SCV file. I think you should at least have these examples. You have JSON, SON form. You have SPSS labels, CSV legacy, GPS coordinates. Do you want to bring it out on your only your GPS coordinate? You use this one. XLS legacy. All these have their different meanings, which I don't want to bother you with. Please just focus on the SCV file and the XLS. It's very important. These are Excel and SCV file. This one are easily accessible as a beginner. So once I come here and I click export, the data will export and it will appear down here, and then I remove, and then I download, and then I start managing my Excel. The next one is maps. Questions that have geo points, latitude and longitude, you already start seeing them appearing here. If you were collecting data or data point from a particular location A, you will start seeing the location here. You will start signaling and telling that this is the locations that this data have been collected from, which we are going to be looking at, right? And then now we go to setting. Setting here tells you about media again. It shows you here when we want to bring data to bring as a logo on our form, we'll use this option which we are going to be showing you. Here, if you want to share your data, if you want to share with somebody else, or you want to add a particular user, if somebody has account in this different global system or European system, depending on the server that you have created your account, we are now in the global system. So if somebody has account in this same system, we can come here and say add user, and we put their account here, their account name. My account name is Chin Hillary. If their name is ABC, you put it here, and then you choose now to give them all this permission. Manage the project. You can decide to give them specific permission here. Just edit the form, review the form, view submissions only for specific users, view submission based on a condition, just give them. You can decide to put specific conditions here. I think we'll be looking at this again specifically. Those of you who are managing data with some UN agencies, you notice that when they give you access to those forms, they only allow you to put in data. They don't allow you to fix the data or change anything, because you might destroy the data. You might change something there that might disrupt the whole setting. Okay? So depending on how well the person you are sharing the data with, depending on their skill, that is what will determine whether you give them permission fully or give them a particular criteria. Also depending on if the person is working in your organization or maybe they are partners out of your organization. Now, Connect project is also something very powerful. This also looks similar like that, but it's different. I don't want to bother you with this. And then also REST services, I don't want to bother you. Activities, this simply shows that I have been doing some activities since morning, teaching you, and these are the actions I've been taking, and it's telling me the time, right? All is showing today. So I cannot lie you that I have not touched a form. It will show here. This is for accountability. So if both of us are managing a form and I come and lie that I was there yesterday, you will know. You just come to activities and then you know that I did not come to the form, right? So I can also export all data from here, but I don't want to go there for now. Now I want us to go back to my account here, and I click. Then you see account setting, and I forcefully click that data. So when I come to my account setting now, there is a different interface, right? You would see my account itself, my website that I put there. You see my LinkedIn. I can come and click my LinkedIn. These are social media platforms. I want to receive social updates about Kobotoolbox. You choose that on. This is my name. I might change this name. My country I can change and put something else. Now I can come to security. Here now, this is my API address. I'll be showing you this. I've made some videos, some bonus videos which I'll be sharing with you. This API address, you can also use this to connect to other systems that you want data from there to be entering here. Okay, but the API system mostly, it takes your form from some system and then brings into your own system. It's very important. And then this is my password that I created. So I can decide to update my password from here, or if I forgot my password, I can decide to adjust that from here. So usage, if I go to usage now, it shows me the level of data I've used here. Okay, it says balance is 4,000 this, but my total is 9992 MBs. So it tells me how much I have used. It shows me plans. These are now plans, like I told you that please stay around this free version. It says 400 submissions per month, 1 GB free storage. So if you want to do unlimited file space, it means you have to buy $159. In Cameroon money, I think it's about more than 50,000 or so, or close to 60,000. So this is, if you want to upgrade per month, you can use this option and you upgrade per month. Okay, if you want to contact them, you can go here. Also, you go to add-ons. Add-ons now are different third-party systems that also collaborate with Kobotoolbox. Okay, get up to 50 GB for media storage. So these add-ons now are also additional spaces that you can buy. Those of you who want to really collect data on pictures and videos, you can buy this space depending on how huge the project is. Okay, so this aspect is new. It will be coming soon. Oh, it is new. Okay, it's only active, but it's new. And then also, if I go back to this project, it brings all my project back there. You can see our data for impact project. If I come to draft here, so these are projects that are in draft. So I can click this project. Now you might be asking, how can I put a project in a draft? So if I come here and I click this my project and I come to form, okay, and I come to this small option here and I click, you see, it says create template, manage translations, download, share project, and download XLS form. What I wanted to tell us. See what I'm going to do here. Remember that I told you that data has not started coming in. We are not in a haste to start bringing data. We will start bringing data when the time comes. We are still building our form and learning the system. Now, if I come to my form here, if I come to this option here, these 3 dots, and I click, it tells me download XLS, download XML, share this project, clone this project, and create templates. Please follow me carefully. Now, I can actually download this form now. I will now click download. Let me show you something. I want to download this form. Okay, I have downloaded this form. Now, remember, I have not downloaded the data. I have only downloaded the form. Let me show you something. Okay, perfect. Those of you who have been looking forward to maybe design a form using your sheet, your Excel sheet, this is how you can start learning how to design your form using Excel sheet. I hope you know that the whole work that we have done in Kobotoolbox has now appeared in our Excel sheet. So this is our form now in our Excel sheet form. This is it here. You see, this is a form here. This is our complete form here, the one we created using the web-based format, right? This is the form here. If I come to survey, this is the group that we created. And under my name here, the label here, you saw that region was appearing, is appearing, division of Northwest, Southwest, XX, age. And then you saw that this is a constraint that we gave under our age. We gave a constraint that it should be equals to or greater than 18 and dot less than or greater than 58. This dot here referred to this question, is representing this question. It's saying that this question should be, and then under the constraint messages, we put, please do it well. Now, you see that in our Excel sheet, we gave a skip logic and we said, until, if this question called division for Southwest has to appear, then $, open curly bracket, region has to be equals to Southwest. And when we come to choices, please, you see that under our choices, when you come to this particular code, let me show you something here that's very interesting. Now, but before I even go there, I want to just show you how, if you want to create a form using Excel, how you have to do it. Very basic. We are not going to go detailing into this. Make sure that you have 3 sheets. The first sheet will have survey. The second sheet will be harboring or holding the choices. And the third sheet will be setting. This setting has a very important role to play. Now, under your survey, you see that when we came to the first sheet, the first thing we do was did was we had to identify data type, header, and then name of the data, and then label of the data. This label of the data is what is appearing directly to your form. All these ones now, they are codes that are holding your data at the background. So for instance, you see that our first question that we selected was select one region. So we came here under the data type, we said it is select one, and this is a code that was identified according to Kobotoolbox system, was VP50W23. So now this particular code decided to appear here to host this region. So where we went now under choice, and we started putting the choice for region, which is southwest and northwest, is that code that appeared now under the list of names. You see that that particular code appeared here, which is VP50W23. We came here to the second choice, which was 2, which also represent this southwest. It was VP5033. Because that same data here, this data here, please take note, this particular data here like this is communicating and relating with the data here. And then telling this data that, okay, this choice relates to you, which is 1, and which relates to this other label, which is southwest. The same for the division for southwest. If we go here, the next question is division for southwest. Select 1 again. And we said we are selecting 1, which is division for southwest. And then the code that was identified here automatically is SR6KM78. Are you seeing now? And then under the multiple choices here, which is inside choices, we now saw that the SR6KM78 had to be holding Dian under here, which is Dian, which relates to that data of southwest. And then that same code again had to be holding Manu, which relates to that data of southwest. If we had to add more divisions, we will keep using this particular code on this line and then relating it with those subdivisions. Or divisions, sorry. And then that will follow down. So just have an understanding. It goes the same for the rest. Okay? So go back, download your forms, and try to just observe it the way I'm observing it with you. And then it helps you to know how to start designing your forms so far as this Excel is concerned. Also, you see that we put a constraint, which you see here. There was a constraint here. And the data type here is integer, because integer stands for numbers. Okay? And then the data type here is text, because we just want the name of the child. So this is it about your form. Then GPS. If you want to put GPS question, you put Joe Point. That's the data name. If you want to put date, you must put date. If you want to put data time, you must write date and time, date time. If you want to put image, you must put image. If you want to group your question, you must put end group and begin group here. So you are telling Kobotoolbox that all these questions should be within this group. You just add another role, begin group, and add another role, end group. That's all. Choose the questions that you want to group. If I remove this end group, okay, fine. This is the second group, first group that we created. End group and begin group. This is a question. Now the second group. The first group that we created was within these questions. Okay? So I am ending my group here and I'm beginning my group. So this code is telling me that we are starting a group and we are ending it. And when I bring this form, this Excel sheet back to my Kobotoolbox, everything that is there will be within this group. Any question thus far, because I'm going back to Kobotoolbox. The reason I'm teaching you this is because always know that you can download your form and fix something inside Excel before you bring it back. Okay, always know that. Now, I want to bring that form back inside. I'm going to come now to this option that says replace form, and I click replace form. And then I'm going to say upload an XMS form. And I'll click XMS form. And then I'm going to pick that file from my machine. Remember that we save it as data impact 2. I'm going to select that file and I select OK. And I'm uploading that file back. So I've just brought the file back. And I'll use my refresh. I'll just click refresh. Okay, so I've brought that same file back. So if we have changed something there, what we have changed will be reflecting on our file, and then I'll now preview. So we are going to be seeing this again very accurately when we want to put our logo around here. and then I'll show you how to do. We are going to upload this particular file, this particular form, sorry, and then we put our logo and then bring it back using this particular technique. So I'm already preparing your mind. So when we start putting logo on this form, please, you will not get confused and you will not get overwhelmed. Okay? So I think another thing I want to show you also is that this particular form, I can clone this form. I can click here and I clone it. Now we have 2 of it. If I go here to my projects, I will see 2 data for impact. I'm supposed to see 2 data for impact. Let me go back and clone that form for real. I want to clone the form. I'll go to my form and then I go here and I clone the form. Perfect. And then I click OK. I've just cloned the form. If I go back to my projects, now I have this data for impact and I have another data for impact. Where is it? Where is it? Or where is that other data for impact? Okay, this is the clone data for impact. This is it here. You see, if I click it, it still gives me the same data. It still gives me the same data as the previous data. Okay, because they are the same. I just clone it. It's like having a twin. Now I'm really going to be thanking our participants for being here today. Data management is a very key aspect so far as projects are concerned, and we are also aware of the localization plan that is being carried out. OCHA is not going to be there all the time again to analyze data for us, and also we are already seeing that projects are already being localized, and this is a call for organizations to start building capacity so far as data management is concerned. And this is the opportunity that we have. And also we might not always be available like this to teach. This is in the form of a project, so those who are not taking this seriously, they will have themselves to be blamed. As you go back to your organizations, please make sure to follow this to the end. We also have few data managers. I'm also happy that many women are there. Many girls are following up. That's really good for us. At least there's a gender balance, and also seeing that women are also leading data in the northwest and southwest of Cameroon. And I really want to thank Marsh Local as well for really spending their time and resources to see that Cameroon is also being assisted so far as data management is concerned. Thank you all very much, and please make sure you do your assignments. The skip logic, snap the space, sent to us, and we are going to be following from behind. And also in quotes, there are other kind of opportunities that will be coming ahead. Organizations that are not regular, please, you are not going to be part of those other opportunities that are going to be coming ahead. Take note of that. I've seen some people are not regular, so when that time comes, please don't say that we are biased or we did not tell you. You can see that we are also spending our time and also leaving other very important activities to be here with you. Anna is really sick, but today she still decided to come here. So this is to tell you how important this is and how serious we are. This is a very important activity. Thank you all again, and Happy New Year, and hope that you guys had a great time enjoying the festive period. Please be conscious that we have now entered into the mood of work and serious business. Thank you all again, and stay blessed, and see you tomorrow in our other session. Thank you.